Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your good friend Type, and welcome to episode 12 of Cities Skylines. We are here in the lovely city of Pebble Beach, and as you can see, we've been doing quite a bit of expanding. And speaking of expanding, I think we're going to start off this episode by expanding down here in the Empire District. Now, I kind of want to do some experimenting. I want to set up this new section of the neighborhood with all one-way streets. So in theory, when the citizens are trying to drive around that neighborhood, they aren't going to stop at any red lights, and hopefully it's just going to completely eliminate any types of traffic issues whatsoever. So I'm going to make this road a little bit bigger than normal as well. So I think we're going to go ahead and use this 6-lane one-way road piece right here. And let's see, I think I want to start it off right here at this intersection right here, if I can get it to snap. There we go. Alright, so we'll just go ahead and draw this up 4 like that. That looks good. Then we're just going to draw the road up out this way, maybe 5. I think that's going to line up with the intersection running parallel to it. Yeah, we'll give this a shot. Then we'll just connect this, hopefully to the intersection, and perfect. Okay, so now we have our big one-way road section here. Next, I want to draw a one-way going back up. So if you were to come around this corner, you could just head back towards the inner part of the city from here, and there won't be any red lights whatsoever. Except it doesn't want to connect, so this might be an issue. This might not work out the way I want it to. No, I don't want it to connect to that intersection. Let's go ahead and get rid of this. And maybe it wasn't connecting because the road was too wide. So we'll go ahead and we'll try a one-way, skinnier one-way. There we go. Ooh, I don't like that. I wish it would just go straight up instead of snapping to that intersection. Something like that might work. Let's see if I can get it to go from this side. Nope, so no matter what, it's not going to be lined up perfectly. Let's try something like that. Yeah. That's actually perfect lining up with that intersection. And actually, I just realized that this one way was going in the wrong direction. So, yeah, I guess we'll just mimic this over on the other side here. So we just want it to connect up there with that. Good. That's perfect. And now, gonna fill in these new areas with some high density residential. There we go. Make sure these guys have water, which they don't. And make the connection right here. Then we might as well run one up the middle. Like so. And now it looks like I could probably get another one-way to just run perfectly from this street here. There we go. That looks pretty perfect to me. So now we'll just go ahead and fill these zones in as well. And we'll see how this holds up as far as traffic congestion. But I think that this should work. Let's see, we've got a demand for some commercial zoning. So go ahead and maybe make some one-ways that kind of just go across in one direction here. And we'll have it traveling the opposite direction right there. Get rid of this power line, it's not necessary anymore. too. And I think we can take out these as well. Go ahead and draw some water pipes out this way. Get it right up the middle there. And that looks good. Alright, maybe we should give these guys a new park. Yeah, there we go. Let's put in a bunch of basketball courts. See if I can't line a couple of them up, make some people happy over here. Happy faces. And let's see, we want to make rows of these. I don't know if I want to block the one-way street that I just made, so I might want to continue that. So people just stack them up right here, and then we'll see if I can't reposition this one or get it to turn face the other way. Looks like I'll do that, and then I can just move the other ones over so they're closer. Like that. Move this one over. Boom, like that. That looks pretty cool. And all of them are already being used. That's exactly what I like to see. Alright, so now what I want to do is I think I want to extend these one-way streets that I put in. And we just kind of fill in this area a little bit more because we still have a fairly decent demand for commercial zoning, and then also some for office and industry, but we'll get to that in just a little bit. Right, so now, oh wow, oops, we accidentally caused a huge power outage. Definitely not good. Let's go ahead and run some electrical cables somewhere where we aren't trying to build right at the moment. Maybe like right there. Maybe that'll work. Let's see. Just gotta wait for electricity to run down the line. Okay, cool. That fixed it for now. And actually, our electricity availability is getting fairly low. I kind of want to put in the solar power plant. This thing looks pretty crazy. So let's see. Question is, where do we want to put this bad boy? Might be kind of cool to put it like down here, kind of by the water treatment area. So let's go ahead and draw a road out. Maybe we could get a nice curved road that comes down here along the coast. Not quite like that. Maybe, yeah, there we go. Check out this boat coming in. Grab a straight line tool, and we'll just go ahead and run it down here like so. Okay. Oops, it's gonna want us to connect these power lines. Oop, come on. There we go. Just go ahead and run this right here. Still a lot of poo in the river. It's not cleaning it up fast enough. Okay. So now it's time for a solar power plant. Uh-oh. There we go. Terrain's kind of messed up through here. Yeah, that looks pretty good to me. All sunken in the ground. Alright, let's go ahead and have a closer look at this. So the output is 152 megawatts. Sunshine intensity is at 82%. That's actually really good considering it's raining. It's kind of weird. But I mean, look at that. Look at the reflections coming off the panels. It just looks sick. Oh, look at all the boats leaving too. All going through the harbor of poo. But hopefully that'll be cleaned up, you know, sooner than later, depending on how well that water treatment does. And man, look at this. Traffic is all messed up through here. And I guess we're gonna go ahead and put down some high density commercial since there is a little bit of a demand for it. Go ahead and just fill in the section here. But it's kind of frustrating, you know, you worked so hard trying to make this nice roadway system and you clear up most of the problems, and as the city develops, you know, new traffic issues just emerge. Can't believe it. But I mean, it doesn't look too bad. I mean, no different than any other major city. So, speaking of traffic, let's go ahead and come over here and see how this little one-way area is developing. Still growing in. And how about over here? Maybe we could go ahead and place another one-way road that connects right there. That's not it. How about right there? And that's perfect. And so there is a demand for office or industry. So I'm thinking we should go ahead and place in some offices right here, because we don't have any offices on this half of the map. Alright, water looks good. And then let's look over here at these one-way roads. Look at that, they're working so well that there's no traffic whatsoever. It's just that efficient. No, it's probably because it's late at night and then raining and stuff. But, I mean, it's nice not to see it. Oh, there's one car on that street waiting at the one red light at the end. Looks kind of cool. I kind of wish that I had started the city like that. That way I could have more one-way streets running through everywhere, but wasn't really thinking like that in the beginning of the game. But guess what? That could come in Season 2. Alright, so I kind of want to add some more schools. I know we need more elementary schools, but I kind of want to add another university, just because we only have one, and there may not be a demand for it now, but I mean, there definitely will be further down the line. Just trying to find a nice place kind of on the outskirts of the city to place it. I think that looks pretty good right there. Yeah, there we go. Some happy faces. Yeah, that actually looks pretty cool right there. Alright, so now let's go back over to the neighborhood that we were working on that has all the one-way streets. Good morning, everybody. What a beautiful sunrise. Hashtag paradise on earth. Yeah, we know. Alright, so this is the area that I want to keep working on. So, I want to go ahead and find the 6-lane one-ways. And I want to draw this out and then add like a whole nother section of one-way streets. Just continuing down. Let's draw this out like so. I think that'll connect. A little bit off, but let's see. Draw it out to like here. And now let's see if we get it to connect. Alright, yeah, that's not terrible. A little crooked, but I'll work with it. So now that we've got this whole section, I'm gonna go ahead and get the, what is the word I'm looking for? The one-way, the skinnier one-way roads. We'll go ahead and just draw this out, like so. Yeah, that's kind of good. I mean, it connects to the other intersection. Slightly crooked, but as I said, I'm not really too worried about it. So, I could continue with the crooked ones, or I could try to make it straighter. People start from this side and try to make it straight. There we go. Oops. Go over a little bit. Too far. There we go. And then one more should do it. Ooh. Yeah, whatever. That works. Now, over here, go ahead and fill this in with some high-density residential. Try to get the right angle for this marquee tool here, or selection tool. There we go. And those guys have water, so that's pretty good. Let's go ahead and extend this out. Good enough. Alright, and actually for good measure, I think I'm going to add one more high-density residential area. Just right here on the end. Here's the tool I'm looking for. There we go. Alright, perfect. Now we'll slide over here, and I want to extend this one-way street. Grab you, just run it out like this. Uh-oh, we got power lines in the way. Just do that for now. And then I think it's safe to say that we could get rid of all these power lines here. So it's all going to be connected to the main city in just a moment. There, we'll run that like that. Oops, forgot one last power line. Now we're going to grab some high-density commercial. Put you right there. And then I think I'm going to alternate it with offices. There we go. Look at this massive power outage. Those people gotta be so mad. Especially with all that construction going on too. But, oh, and it's already solved. This area is growing in quick. Thank you for choosing to open up your business right on the border of Smog City. Maybe at some point we could fully switch over to solar electricity. We could get rid of the old oil and coal power plants. Try to go green, clean up the map. Get rid of the poo harbor. Alright, so we need some high schools and we also need some elementary schools. So I'm gonna go ahead and just add that one right there. Happy faces, and we'll go ahead and add the elementary school right next to it. Right there. More happy faces. Okay, so that brought the availability up a little bit, but not very much. And since there's only one elementary and one high school over here, I think we should probably add one of each as well, just because, I mean, this area is growing up quite quickly too. Show me the happy faces. Alright, that's looking pretty good. I feel like this wind turbine right here keeps moving. I don't feel like that's where I left it. Let's go ahead and move this. Put it over here. Whoa, and that was trippy. That doesn't even look like where I placed it. But at least it's with the cluster, so we're good. And what do we have over here? A bunch of abandoned buildings and the need for more workers. So that means we gotta make some new neighborhoods over there. Damn, that is a lot of abandoned buildings. I wonder what's going on over here. Alright. So we're gonna go ahead and make another road and try to copy the curves of the roads down below. Let's see. It's kind of cutting in too much. Let's see if we can't angle it up a little bit. Kind of too big of a gap. Maybe something like this. It's still cutting in quite a bit. But, you know what? It's gonna have to work. We'll go ahead and if I can find the right road here. Make that connection piece. And I'll just pull that back right there. Go ahead and fill this whole area in with low density residential zones. There we go. Looks like they do have water. That's good. Man, it's crazy how fast even this area is growing up. I feel like I just started this project. get it a little bit closer to the edge of the zone. Good enough. Now go ahead and grab the straight piece and connection. And this, my friends, is why the roads start off nice and curvy, and then the further away from the first road you place, the straighter it looks. It just gets harder and harder to match the curve, and I think you start carrying less and less. That looks pretty good right there. So you should probably delete a bunch of these abandoned buildings over here. Whoops. Definitely did not mean to delete that road piece. There we go. Alright, let's get rid of the rest of these abandoned buildings. And that's looking pretty decent. Check that out. We've got 2 trains. Pretty sweet. Loading up all these wood products. Huh, I wonder why these guys need electricity. Maybe it's time to put in another solar power plant over somewhere in this area. Where can we get this guy to fit? Maybe right here on these rocks. It looks like it might be a pretty decent spot. Kind of coming into the city on the outer edge. Here we go. That's what I'm talking about. Alright, now there should be no power issues over here. Just not enough workers and abandoned buildings, apparently. Alright, there we go. Now time to check in on this lack of worker situation. Let's go ahead and run some pipes up this way. Allow for further expansion. Now maybe we'll add in a new park. Maybe we could put it right over there on that corner where we had deleted some of those roadways before. Let's see. Japanese garden, no. We just put in a dog park. Playground. No, let's just go with a large park with trees here. And can we get it to fit right there in that corner? Oh, yes we can. That's what I like to see. Just a couple of happy faces, but as soon as this neighborhood grows up, there's gotta be more happy faces. Alright, so that looks pretty decent right there. So maybe we'll add another row of homes, just kind of behind these businesses here. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and fill in this whole area here. And that looks pretty good. So here's what I want, and then I'm just going to draw a road kind of going behind these buildings. So we could put just a few more buildings in. Yeah. There we go. That looks alright. And just fill these in like so. Alright, pretty decent. Now we'll just wait for those to grow in. And we do have a demand for some commercial buildings. So maybe we'll go ahead and put some low density ones kind of down here on the outskirts. Nah, we'll get rid of those. We'll make them high density. We'll make this riverbank look cool. Bunch of big buildings kind of hiding all the houses behind it. That's looking pretty good. Alright, so what's happening over on this side? No more room? We'll go ahead and empty you. Let's check out the trash situation. Plenty of landfill space, but we could use a few more incinerators. So yeah, we'll go ahead and put this one right here. See how much that brings us up. Just a little bit. Probably use another one. There we go. That should be good. Burning down the garbage. Alright, let's have a look, see how fast this is growing up. Still has some open spaces. Oh wow, got a fire going on over here and everything. Fire hazard at 25%, that's not too bad. But we could probably get it better. So maybe what we'll do is we'll put a nice fire station right over here by the schools. Since it's one way, then it should be able to get to those other sections fairly quickly, considering they won't have any stops or anything like that. I mean, you can see how little traffic there is on this road. I mean, there's no congestion whatsoever. Alright, so the crime situation's looking pretty good. Let's have a look over here, see how this is developing. Got a bunch of trucks getting on the highway. So we still need more workers, and we're still getting abandoned buildings. So maybe it's too far away living across the river there. Maybe I should put in a couple of buildings, some residential spots right here. Actually, let's do the high density residential zones. That way we can just really pack this area in with people. Force them to work in our forest industry. There we go. It's looking pretty good. Make sure these guys have water, which they do. Alright, so let's see if these places grow in fairly quickly. They can fill up these jobs over here. There we go. All these abandoned buildings again. And you. And you. There we go. Alright, so it looks like nothing's quite grown up here on this curve just yet. And it looks like we do have more demand for more commercial zones. So let's go ahead and put some commercial zones all throughout this street right here. I'm just going to do the low density for now. Try to keep it a little bit quieter since it's kind of in the middle of a neighborhood. Get rid of those two. Change those to blue, like so. Alright, that should be pretty good. Now let's go back over here. And we're gonna work on where the one-way streets are. So we also have a demand for some offices as well. Check that out. I mean, the one-way streets are definitely working. Alright, so down here in this neighborhood, I think I want to go ahead and add in some more offices, create some more jobs out in this area. There we go. Alright, the water is good. And then we will go ahead and add in some low-density commercial. And hopefully that will take care of the demand. Okay. I think I'm good with this area for right now. Alright, so let's fly back over to here. Really starting to enjoy the way that the city looks now that it's filling in. I mean, they really did a good job with the graphics. I mean, especially considering how big of a city this is, it's not lagging at all. Everything's still running extremely smooth. All the little cars, all the tiny little animations that you don't even really think about. I mean, this game's just beautiful. Looks fantastic. Get rid of these abandoned buildings. Oh, and check this out. Looks like we've got some of these high-density residential areas growing in. Go ahead and add some high-density commercial. Yeah. And then we'll go ahead and add some high-density residential. There we go. That's looking pretty good. Make sure these guys have water, of course. And hopefully that's going to take care of the lack of workers over here. Get rid of this one right there. Just glitched that truck out. Oops, wrong building. Okay, there we go. Oh, that was cool. A quick little animation of the giant cargo container being loaded onto the train. But yeah, I mean, we did a lot of expanding in this episode. And so on that note, I think we're going to wrap up episode 12 of Cities Skylines. So as always, guys, thank you very much for tuning in. I really do appreciate it and have a lot of fun making these videos. And yeah, guys, until the next time, peace.